Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and finally for once I am not working on the weekends, so here is the review of the final small unit of from the latest series of Miniforce. Here we have the Frozen Tiger. So once again the review format will be the same. We'll look at the small one, Frozen Tiger unit, the robot mode, and then its vehicle mode, and then we'll combine it with Rex Kaiser as well. So, and after this video, I will be uploading another video basically showing all the 4 units combining into its ultimate form, well, semi-ultimate form, because once again, for those who are not aware or don't know, there are technically 3 more units out there that, you know, the company released or announced. I'm feeling a little bit odd because once again, the first 4 units came out extremely fast, but even the announcement, we're still not seeing them being sold yet, so kind of an odd choice. But once again, yeah, so if you want to make the actual ultimate form, then you still are gonna need to buy 3 more, is my guess. So anyway, let's get on to the review. So once again, I'll be right back with this guy out of the box. Okay, I'm back. So here we have Frozen Tiger. So once again, I will apologize in advance because I may sound a little bit negative or not enthusiastic compared to the other 3. Because once again, the moment I got this guy out of the box, the plastic felt very different compared to the first 3 units. It could be because of the paint. Maybe the paint is a different quality or a different paint, because and hence or something like that. But the plastic feels much more flimsy and kind of reminds me of those old Chinese plastic toys. But once again, it could be just me. But yeah, it just feels different as well. So yeah. So anyway, as usual, let's go over components. So once again, once you get out of the box, you get Frozen Tiger itself. You get once again the dionoid metal. Once again, you can also plug it in into the slot on the back here. Now keep in mind, having the metal in or not does not affect the play features or the transformation as well. So if you don't like it, you can always take it out as well. And then for equipment, you actually get a shield kind of similar to Mad Kilo's shield, but unlike Mad Kilo where it usually goes to the arm, this one goes onto the shoulder because that is how it was in the show as well. So this guy is like, now it's not really too obvious, but he's like a samurai slash ninja style character in terms of design, and characteristic wise he actually likes animals for some reason. But yeah, and then you also get 2 swords. Now you get 2 blades. Once again, pretty cool, although the handle is a little bit too dinky, but once again it's a toy for kids, so I don't think kids would you know, mind the small details too much. Now despite how the handle looks like, it may look like you can like dual wield like this, but there's no actual way to do that on the toy itself. So once again, you can plug it into the hand, no problems at all. And this is just my guess, but not really mentioned properly, but you can also store it onto the side area as well if you want to do so. So pretty cool detail, although my guess is something for the transformation as well. I've only transformed this once, I think, and yeah, it's been a while. Anyway, let's get this stuff out and let's look at the articulation real quickly. Alright, let's look at the head. Now once again, these are not the robots that the Miniforce would just summon upon and ride on. These are actual individual entities, so hence hence the face having a more human-esque face, and so they can talk for themselves. So they can go down that much, up that much, up not so much. So down is possible. 360 because it is on a ball joint, so 360 twist is possible. No big deal there. And then at the shoulder, you can see there's a joint here. So you can lift up the shoulder a lot, but once again, this is mostly for the transformation and other gimmicks, so it's not really meant for the robot mode itself, but it's good to know that it's there. And you can see there is a gigantic ball joint, hence 360 twist is possible. While there is no butterfly joint, but because of the, you know, overall ball joint, you do have a little bit of a wiggle forward and backward like that. And going to the side, not so much, less than 90 degrees. But once again, if you use the joint there, then going to the side 90 degrees does become possible. And then the arms, you get a kind of a double jointed bend here. But once again, because of overall the design and armor parts, it doesn't go like a full bend unless you pull this clothing upwards as well. But once again, because of the design, there's just a lot of parts colliding with each other. But as you can hear, there is a ratchet joint on the arm, which is, I think it's a first time of all the 4 units. And then 360 twist is possible, but only on the lower arm. The top arm does not have that, and the arm can go backwards as well, but mostly for the transformation is my guess. And the hand wise, while they are not on ball joints, still a 360 twist is possible. So my guess is that inside is based on that T-shaped peg. All right, now the body, there is no well, technically there is some kind of joint there, but it has a ratchet joint. So so a 360 twist is possible, but no, well, there is a wiggle. There is no official ab crunch going on here. And once again, yeah, so you can lower this part if you want to do so. But once again, out of the box, it was like this as well. So once again, really depending on your preference, you can put it like this or this as well. So really up to your choice. But I'm just gonna leave it here because I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be needed for the transformation. All right, now the leg area or the waist area, this is something we've already seen before. So we get a very nice ratchet joint going forward and backward 90 degrees as possible, thanks to the fact that there is no front skirt or side skirt as well, or separate to be more specific. And while there is a ratchet joint here, this one's actually the most stiffest one so far amongst the small 4 units. So going to the side, 90 degrees is actually possible, but yeah, it is definitely one of the more stiffer ratchet joints as well. And then bend wise, we get a almost 90 degree bend. It's just that the fact that there's a lot of stuff like covering it, but not exactly a full 90 degree. But once again, you can see there's another joint there, so we do have a little bit of a weird control of the joints here as well. But you get my point. And then we do get a nice swivel. Although I'm not sure if this counts as a side swivel, but yeah, you get the idea. And then the feet, once again, it may look like it can rotate. The feet does not rotate, and the feet does not have a forward or backward movement. But we do have this joint, which kind of gives it a pivot joint. So you do technically have an ankle joint, but slightly limited. All right, and then looking at the back here, we have the middle slot here, so you can pull it down or upwards as well. So, and we have another joint here, which I assume is the part that connects to Rex Kaiser for the feet area. And there should be another one that should be made later. All right, so we've seen the basics of the unit. So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely okay now after handling it a little bit more. While the plastic does still feel a little bit different, but you can definitely tell it is technically from the same company, same engineering and such as well. And the weapons, they work okay. But although I do feel like this is the less impactful designed weapon of all the 4 yet, because the first one had a pile driver on its arms. The second one had claws. Third one had a huge giant mace, and this one just has a dull sword and a shield on the shoulder. So in terms of weapon wise, it may seem a little bit on the more plain side, but once again, everything works pretty well. And then the fact that if you are a fan of like the whole ninja samurai style design, I think you're gonna enjoy this one as well. But once again, if you're buying this, you're technically not buying. I think most people are going to be buying this not because of the robot itself, but mostly for the combination gimmick with Rex Kaiser. So once again, before we combine this guy, I'll be right back with its vehicle mode. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the vehicle form. Once again, the transformation is kind of similar to others, but once again, this one actually has a few more joints that you need to connect because the shield goes actually onto the bottom section. So there are some multiple connecting points that you have to match as well. And then once again, the reason why the feet was so odd is that you actually need to detach the feet and then once again slap it onto this tiger's face at the end. So that was the main reason why the feet were a little bit on the was a little bit different compared to the others as well. So yeah, once again, having the metal in there or not does not affect the transformation, so it's really up to your preference as well. Once again, and then also before I go back into now the combination mode, I've also noticed that on my box, because this guy came in like this, but this guy also does have its own waist here. But once again, this does not change the articulation because it's still only a rotating joint, not a ab crunch. So yeah. Alright, so once again, I'll be right back with the to get ready for the combination with Rex Kaiser, and we'll see you off there. Okay, I'm back. So here we have Frozen Tiger, and it's ready to combine with Rex Kaiser form. Now the transformation, I'm not too comfortable with it because it doesn't feel too stable. But once again, you basically make it into like some kind of a tricycle-esque vehicle and put the swords on the front, on the face to make it look like a saber-toothed tiger. And yeah, then I already got Rex Kaiser ready. All I need to do is just rotate the feet 180 degree and then pull out this peg. Now I'm just gonna be honest. This is my fourth take. I've been trying to combine this on screen, but it's just so difficult. The reason is that first you have to put the front part here to connect it with this small joint. Then you can connect it with this big joint. But this is very, very difficult. So once again, I'm gonna do this on off camera. So I'll be right back once I'm done with that. Okay, I'm back. I've actually struggled a few minutes to get this right, but once again, once you get it in, you get it in. So here we have the combined form with Rex Kaiser. It's on the feet. Definitely feel, yeah, it definitely feels in pretty well than I expected. And yeah. So once again, because if you're only combining with one feet, make sure that you can balance the unit because you're putting it on the bottom of the feet, it's obviously going to change the height of the leg as well. So, and then if you don't have anything else on the other leg, it's going to be unbalanced. So make sure you're doing a specific pose to pull this out as well. And yeah, so once again, in this form, I mean, there's not much to show, but once again, the articulation, you can definitely tell hasn't changed much even after combination, because once again, you're connecting with the bottom of the feet, not the like in the middle part. So once again, the articulation on Rex Kaiser still remains the same despite how big it may look like. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. So this was the review of the Dionoid Warrior from Miniforce, the Frozen Tiger. Once again, it combines into one of the feet of with Rex Kaiser as well. So once again, if you're a big fan of these type of like toys, and if you want to get the full experience, I do suggest that you purchase both Rex Kaiser and the unit, and if possible, if you're interested into the combination form, then obviously you might need to buy at least 3 more units: Mad Kilo, Burning Kara, and Sundartira as well. Anyway, so next video, I'm going to be making the next video right away, and I'm going to be bringing out the rest of the 3 in front. Since this one was so difficult to attach, I'm just going to leave it like this, bring out the rest of the 3, and then transform them into their, each arm and leg part, and then show you guys the full combination form of Rex Kaiser. So once again, if you found this review pretty entertaining and enjoying or helpful, please let me know. If you guys got any questions or requests, let me know as well. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out of. So please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.